All right, guys, what's going on? Sean's back for another episode, and today, technology, good, bad, ugly, signing stuff especially, real estate paperwork, everything that goes along with it. So you being on the real estate side of things, contracts, very contract heavy. So if people out there listening, tuning in again, expect some older clients coming in that have not bought a house in a long time. Used to go in, sit down, take an hour, go to the bank, bring your briefcase full of stuff. Not that way so much anymore.
No. So technology is always good, right? Mm-hmm. We technology moves us forward, but we sometimes got to slow down, right? We get a lot of older clients, but even like younger clients who want to wet sign things. They want to read a contract before they sign it.
Yeah.
And when we send things out via DocuSign or .loop or whatever, any of those apps, it just blows them through. They just go skip, so they don't get to read.
Yeah. That's what ours does with the mortgage paperwork when you get those disclosures.
Right.
And if you click on it, and then it just and it click on it, and it's so hard to go about and actually read through what you're signing.
Right. And the agreement of sale is becoming longer and longer, right? So I think there's 12 pages now of the agreement of sale in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You need to know what it says. Mm-hmm. So I don't blame the signers, the people that are signing it. Mm-hmm. The agents need to slow down.
Yeah.
The loan officers need to slow down. Mm-hmm. And before just sending and I do this.
I was going to say, how do you do it?
Well, it's basically if you're going to sign an agreement of sale or any contract with me, a buyer agency contract, whatever it is, I prepare it to e-sign or electronically sign. But then you call me or I call you, and I literally go over page by page, paragraph by paragraph, what everything says in that contract, so you know what you're signing.
Nice.
Because there could be, cases in court that I didn't know what I was signing, but you signed.
Yep.
Right. But with electronic signatures, there's timestamps on everything. So when you blow through a document that's 12 pages long and it takes you less than a minute to sign, did you read everything? No.
Yeah. And what percentage wise? Because I have loan disclosures that are generally. All the lenders across the board have moved to a DocuSign situation for the most part. What percentage of your side do you feel want to actually come in and wet sign?
I would say there's maybe 1 or 2% that actually wet sign.
Yeah.
We've gotten away from a lot of things. We've gotten with technology improvements in technology comes laziness, in my opinion. We get away from, we used to do buyer meetings before we actually took a buyer out to a home, or when we did listing appointments, we wouldn't come with the documents and everything. You get to know the people. Yeah. Right. So there was always a face-to-face meeting, a buyer consultation or something like that to understand what your buyer's looking for, to talk about approvals and all that stuff, and then explain all the documents that they're about to sign.
Yes.
That's kind of gone away.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we even meet somebody at a house these days, because there's, another thing that started ramping up is technology with cameras and doing video tours of houses, and the buyers not even coming.
Yeah, that's good. That blows my mind when people want to do that.
Well, it's crazy because, it's not just looking at a house, it's also smelling it.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, absolutely. Walking in the floors and seeing where is the sun coming in, and then the neighbors. And,
right.
Yeah.
Are the floors squeaky, or is there a bad pet odor or something like that? So, we sometimes got to slow down, and I wish it would slow down.
Yes.
I wish there was a requirement for wet signatures on certain documents.
Yeah. Go through and explain. And I can't agree. What you hit the nail on the head with when you meet with them. You uncover so many things. And a lot of my clients, I do speak on the phone heavily. Now, you have to show them homes. I don't have to do that per se, but just talking on the phone, what's your situation? I always like to take a step back and be like, what's going on? And that's where I can see such a main difference between transactional type agents and mortgage loan officers, especially the bigbox.com.
Right.
You just fill an app out, and then you get someone from a call center. here's what the application says. There's no taking a step back, and especially transactional real estate agents that I've worked with that aren't real, relationship building type referral partners. It might be a little bit of a lesser agent because that's what it's just transactional. They don't really price budget. Here it is. Okay, pre-approval set. All right, let's just go. They don't take the time to what's the story? Maybe they realize grandma used to live in an old stone farmhouse and that would be something really special to them. Well, maybe we should put some more presence looking at those houses. They might like that or something, Same with the mortgages. And that's where things blow up. In so many times I get calls where we just had one at Bank of America. Wells Fargo actually was the one. I hate to drop names, but it is from out of the country. Totally went sideways at the very end, which a simple discussion in the beginning, framing and putting the loan together a different way would have avoided that, which then we did and closed it. But they're like, no one ever asked us these questions. Right. It's just docu-signing.
And they're literally docu-signing pages and pages and pages in like 20 seconds it takes them to get through a document.
Yes.
And so what are you really signing?
Exactly.
You should. So here's a great example. A buyer consultation used to take about an hour, right? And that's if the buyer didn't have many questions. That was an hour of me speaking basically and going over every single document that they're about to sign, telling them what to expect in the transaction, all that good stuff. Now I don't know many agents that are actually doing buyer consultations.
Yeah.
Right. And what's funny is it's even more important now that buyer consultations come back because the laws have changed as far as how you can view homes with an agent. You have to have some kind of a contract prior to seeing a home in person.
Yeah.
Right. So if that contract is being sent via DocuSign and you're signing it blindly and you don't know what it says, you're locking yourself into a relationship.
Yeah.
You're locking yourself into a relationship. And I actually just had a client or a customer, because they're not my client, but I had a customer call me and say, hey, I want to write an offer on a house. I'm like, great. When can you get together with me? When can you meet? And she was local. And she's like, well, I already saw the house. I just need to write the offer. I'm like, oh, you already saw the house.
Oh, geez.
Who'd you see the house with? And they told me the realtor's name.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, great. Did you sign a contract with that person? Oh, I don't know. Well, how do you not know if you signed a contract? I'm like, I can't write an offer for you until you figure out whether or not you signed a contract. And sure enough, I signed a whole bunch of stuff when we wrote an offer on another property. I'm like, okay, you probably signed a buyer agency contract with them, right? So I need to find that out, and we need to meet in person. And then all of a sudden, she dropped off the planet. So you know what happened? She found that somebody else that said, okay, yeah, I'll write the offer for you. And now if she gets that house, she's going to wind up paying 2 commissions.
Yeah. Well, and that's what, and this leads in perfectly to, especially someone new at this, even if you're not new at this, August 22nd, your team is hosting a home buying, I don't want to call it like a seminar or class, but just general questions about buying a house.
Yeah.
Start to finish. What's it involved? Like what's in that whole program. So it's the 22nd from 11 to 1. We can put some links towards the back of the video on this, but I'll be there too. Great idea to go through if you've not done this before, or it's been a long time, have questions on it. Because that's where it also rolls into the closing, actually the day of closing, docu-signing those documents, which is, that's you're locked in at that point, literally for 30 years of a debt. That's probably one of the biggest debts you're going to have. So those are items too, very particular to go through and make sure that you have all those done and I's dotted, T's crossed.
Yeah, August 22nd is going to be great. It's going to be a lot of good information on how to win, how to put yourself in a position to win when you're competing against other offers, what to expect during the transaction. So many people give up on this. They buying a house is the most important thing that you'll ever do in your life. It's the smartest decision, the smartest investment you'll ever make in your life.
Yep.
But so many people have given up hope because they keep losing.
Yeah.
Right. And it's when you lose, it hurts.
Yeah.
Right. So if you continue to lose, it hurts. And then they give up. Don't give up.
Yep.
Like, don't give up. This is still the smartest investment someone will ever make. So we're just going to give you a breakdown of what it takes to win.
Yes. That's going to be a fantastic class. So I can't wait. I love that overall winning part on top of the process. Like you said, you should have your T-shirts. Just write the offer. That's a trademark.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Perfect. Well, all that information. Do you know where that's going to be? Where's that class
It's going to be at
held?
our office,
Your office?
on Brookside Road.
Brookside Road. Perfect. So all the information, guys, check out towards the end. We'll put some info in there, some links of where to go to find that out, but it's coming up. Sean, thank you. Awesome.
All right, brother.
All right, guys, any questions? As always, you know where to find Sean. He has a great team that takes the time to go through the process. And if you're getting a mortgage and it happens to be with someone online, please take a second to take your time and read your documents. So that's the advice I can give. So see you guys next week.